Have you ever set out to achieve a goal? Let's say you wanted to go to the gym, have a more fit body, start a business, ask that person out. And when you start moving towards that goal, something kicks in and tells you, you may want to rethink this idea of you achieving this particular goal. If that's you, I want to share with you 4 key principles to help you become the best version of yourself, to become version 2.0, who is capable of achieving that particular goal with ease and comfort. So if that's you, then this is a video for you. So the first key that I want to share with you that's extremely important to help you become the best version of yourself is sleep. Now, every morning you wake up, there's a certain amount of willpower energy. And if you're not getting enough sleep, the proper amount of sleep, you're probably knocking out at least one of these bars here. Now, that'll take you down automatically to 75% of who you really are. Now, if you don't believe me, just run this simple experiment and go ahead and not sleep for the entire evening and try to get some work done. So sleep is extremely important. Now, the second key that I want to share with you is bad energy inputs or bad food. Now, if you're not eating well, if you have a high sugary content diet, anything that produces inflammation. So if you're unable to focus, you have brain fog, you're tired all the time, look at the energy inputs that you're giving your body and seek to change those, because when you eat clean, then you burn clean. The next key that I want to share with you is your cell phone. Now, no matter where you go, people are buried in their phones. And one of the most annoying things that I see when I go out and I have dinner is seeing couples literally on their phones the entire time. I'm not talking about when they're looking at a picture together or they're trying to look up some directions. They're literally on their phones the entire time. So not only that, we have social media notifications going off on Facebook, we have Instagram, Twitter, there's probably a dozen other that I can't think of right now. You have text messages, you have phone calls, emails, all these things are in your computer, in your pocket, dividing your attention every time. And every time you do that, that is breaking your concentration. And then you have to go back into that deep level of concentration to get the work done. Essentially, you're short-circuiting your brain and you're saying it's okay to program yourself to receive instant gratification with minimal effort. So think about this. If you have your goal in front of you and you have your cell phone, which one do you think it's going to choose? Cell phone wins every time. Now, I'm not saying throw away your cell phone. I'm saying take an assessment of where your time is going. Consider, taking some of these apps off your phone and only using it on your desktop, for example. Maybe you can silence some of the notifications. Perhaps maybe you could put a focus mode and only receive certain phone calls between a certain time. These are just some examples that I use, and this has helped me tremendously. So the fourth key to help you become version 2.0, to hit that goal easily and effortlessly, is to change thought energy inputs. So this diagram here is created by Dr. Thurman Fleet, and it represents who you are. It represents the mind, because there's no accurate picture of the mind. No one really knows what the mind looks like. So when we think of the mind, we think of the brain, which is not necessarily true. So this diagram is divided into 2 circles. On the top half, we have the conscious mind, and on the bottom, it represents the subconscious mind. And then the bottom half represents the body. I want to talk about the conscious mind, which is on the top half of the circle, and how it affects your body and how that is giving you a certain result that's not favorable to you. Because if you can change these inputs and uninstall that old system, you'll be able to reinstall a new system, a new program that's going to give you success. So the conscious mind, that represents about 5% of who you really are. Now, your conscious mind, if you didn't have the conscious mind, you wouldn't have the ability to choose and direct your thoughts, to reprogram your mind. Now, the conscious mind is the captain. It represents logic and reason. So you are essentially reprogramming your mind by telling yourself certain stories, getting emotionally involved in those ideas, which creates a certain vibration that gets passed on to the subconscious mind. Now, the subconscious mind attributes to about 95% of who you really are. And that is the programs that's set by the conscious mind. Now, you can basically wipe out your entire logic and you can essentially pretty much function in the same way because of the set programs within the mind. Now, if you don't believe me, try putting on your pants with the opposite leg and see what happens. I tried to do this and I almost fell over. So the conscious mind gives you that ability to direct your thoughts so that you can reprogram your subconscious mind. Now, thank goodness for the subconscious mind, because you would have to literally relearn everything every single day. Now, you don't think about all the different complex calculations that's going on every day. Your heartbeat, the temperature that your body has to maintain, all the trillions of calculations that's going on behind the scenes that's keeping you alive. You're not thinking about all those different things that's happening. Now, your mind would literally implode if you had to think about all those calculations. Now, within the subconscious mind, there's really no good or bad programs. It's just programs that affect your body, that produces a certain vibration in your mind, in your body. And that can be a fearful thought, for example, and you can dwell on that thought, and that's going to produce a certain vibration that's going to give you anxiety, for example, and that anxiety can lead to depression. So the subconscious mind accepts directions from the conscious mind, receiving information that allows these programs to run. However, it's controlling all of your habits and all of your results. So the subconscious mind is infinitely powerful than the conscious mind. It's hard to compute or compare. When I first moved to LA, I was overwhelmed because of all of the advertisements, the lights, because I come from a small town. Now, I was just overwhelmed with all these different things, and I was basically in program making mode because of all the different calculations going on around me, all these massive equations, and I was trying to make sense of all this. So your subconscious mind has virtually unlimited energy. So the subconscious mind is extremely powerful. It never sleeps. And so if you learn how to use your subconscious mind to take advantage of your goals, you're going to be version 2.0 in no time. You are the captain, you are the director, and you can choose and direct your thoughts. You can choose what thoughts you can entertain. And if you're thinking about worry, that's going to produce more worry in your life. And that is going to eventually create some doubts. And that doubt turns into fear, which creates a negative vibration that creates anxiety. And that anxiety leads to depression. So by choosing a different thought, maybe it's gratitude, puts you in a positive vibration that creates love for what you do and what you're going after, which creates hope and faith for the future. That's going to give you a vibration that produces expression, which allows you to become more creative, which is one of the best feelings that you can ever have. So you are sitting on an acre of diamonds, and you have the most powerful advanced computer located right between your ears. So you will do whatever your dopamine triggers are attached to. So when you remove these distractions, you're sleeping well, you're eating well, you have good thought energy inputs. That's going to create a positive vibration that produces a certain action, that creates a certain result, that's going to give you a positive feedback loop that creates a positive story within you, and you will see yourself capable of achieving that particular goal. So I challenge you to try this for the next 30 days, to establish this habit. I promise you, you will become version 2.0, and you will be unrecognizable by your friends and family. You don't have to go away and disappear to prove the haters wrong, because you're doing this for you. One more thing before I go, I wrote this book called How to Visualize Like a World Champion, and last month it became a #1 bestseller in 3 different categories. So if you head over to my website, vincentsantiago.com, scroll down, it's going to take you to a link to Amazon where you can purchase the physical copy or the ebook version. It's going to tell you everything you need to know about how to reprogram your subconscious mind so that you can have automatic success and manifest the desires of your heart. So go ahead and share this video with all your friends and family, like this video, and then I'll see you in the next one.